Good morning students. Today I am going to explain the exercise 3.4, that is the last exercise of the chapter 3rd. Question number 1, it is given that state whether true or false. So certain statements are given here and you need to check that given statements are true or false. First, all rectangles are square. The first statement is all rectangles are square. So students, in the rectangle opposite sides will be equal and in the square all the sides will be equal. So if you are going to draw a rectangle, in the rectangle uh, opposite sides are equal, it means their sides may be differ, but in the square all the sides should be equal. It means all the rectangles are not the square. So first is false, that is all rectangles are square, that is false. Second, all rhombuses are parallelogram. So students, rhombus is the quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal, and rhombus is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are also parallel. Now parallelogram, what is the definition of the parallelogram? A quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel, that is called the parallelogram. So rhombus is also a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. It means all the rhombus are parallelogram, that is true. Third, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangle. So here square. Square is a quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal and all the angles are 90 degree. Now what is the definition of the rhombus? According to the definition of the rhombus, a quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal, that is called the rhombus. So square is also a quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal. It means all the squares are rhombus. Now rectangle. In the rectangle opposite sides should be equal and each angle should be 90 degree. So square is also a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are equal. Here in the square all the four sides will be equal. It means opposite sides are equal and in the square all the angles are 90 degree. It means all the squares are rhombus and also rectangle. It is true. Now fourth, all squares are not parallelogram. So here square in which all the four sides will be equal and also in the square opposite sides are parallel. So if in a quadrilateral opposite sides are parallel, that is a parallelogram. So square is also a parallelogram, but here it is given that all squares are not parallelogram, so it is false. Now E part, all kites are rhombus. So students, if you know that in the kites adjacent sides should be equal. If I am going to draw, it will be like this. So if you are going to draw here, this side equal to this side and this side equal to this side, so that is a kite. So in the kite adjacent sides will be equal, and here it is given that all kites are rhombuses. Here you can find that in the kites only adjacent sides are equal, so it means here all the four sides are not equal, so that statement is false. So here all kites are rhombuses, that is false. Now next, all rhombuses are kite. So students, if you are going to draw a rhombus will be like that. If I am going to draw a rough diagram, suppose that here it is a rhombus. In the rhombus all the four sides are equal. Again I am going to draw it. It will be like this. If you are going to draw a rhombus, suppose that here it is a rhombus. In the rhombus all the sides are equal. It means all these four sides will be equal. And what is the definition of the kite? In the kite adjacent sides are equal. So students, here adjacent sides, suppose that if it is A, B, C and D. ABCD is a rhombus, so here AB equal to AD. AB and AD are the adjacent sides, both are equal. BC and CD are also adjacent sides and these are equal. It means in the rhombus adjacent sides are also equal. It means all the rhombuses are kites, that is true. So here this statement is true. Now next, all parallelograms are trapezium. So students, I had given the definition of the trapezium. A trapezium is a quadrilateral in which at least one pair of opposite sides should be parallel. And if you are going to draw a parallelogram, so if you are going to draw a parallelogram, it will be like this. So here you will get that here both pair of opposite sides will be parallel in the parallelogram, and according to the definition of the trapezium, at least one pair of opposite sides should be parallel. So here you can get in the parallelogram also one pair of opposite sides are parallel. It means all the parallelograms are trapezium. So here it is true, all parallelograms are trapezium. Students, definition of the parallelogram is both pair of opposite sides are parallel in the quadrilateral, and trapezium definition is at least one pair of opposite sides should be parallel. At least means at least one pair. Yeah, you can say that if both pair are parallel, that will be also a trapezium. It means all parallelograms are trapezium. Next, it is given all squares are trapezium. So if you are going to draw a square, it will be like this. So in the square again opposite sides are parallel. So here both pair of opposite sides will be parallel. It means square is also a quadrilateral in which at least one pair of opposite sides are parallel. It means square is also a trapezium. So this statement is also true. So here all squares are trapezium. This statement is true. So that is the true or false. Now next question number second, it is given that identify all the quadrilateral that have. So here first it is given that four sides of equal length. So you need to identify the quadrilateral in which all the four sides are of equal length. So that are two quadrilateral, one is rhombus and second is square, in which four sides are of equal length. So A part, four sides of equal length, in which quadrilateral that will be in the rhombus and square. Now four right angles, it means four right angle means four angles, four interior angle that will be 90 degree. So only you will get square and rectangle in which all the four angles will be right angle. You can say that 90 degree. So four right angle that will be in square and rectangle. Now question number third, explain how a square is a quadrilateral. You need to explain that how a square is a quadrilateral. So students, a square is a quadrilateral since it has four sides. According to the definition of quadrilateral, a quadrilateral is a polygon in which four sides will be there. So square is also a quadrilateral in which four sides are there. So that's why a square is a quadrilateral. Next, you need to check that how a square is a parallelogram. So according to the definition of parallelogram, a quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel, that is a parallelogram. In the square also both pair of opposite sides are parallel, that's why square is also a parallelogram. So a square is a parallelogram since its opposite sides are parallel. Now you need to give the reason why a square is a rhombus. So according to the definition of the rhombus, a quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal, that is a rhombus. So square is also a quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal, that's why square is also a rhombus. Now next, you need to find that why a square is a rectangle. So students, the definition of the rectangle is a rectangle in which all the angles are 90 degree. Rectangle is a quadrilateral in which all the angles are 90 degree. So square is also a quadrilateral in which all the angles are 90 degree. That's why square is also a rectangle. Now question number 4. Name the quadrilateral whose diagonals first bisect each other. Now you need to give the name of those quadrilateral in which diagonals bisect each other. So, students, the diagonals bisect each other in the parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle and square. So in the parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle and square, both pair of diagonals are going to bisect each other. Second, you need to give the name of the quadrilateral whose diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. It means their diagonals are going to bisect perpendicularly. So there are two types of quadrilateral, that is in rhombus and square, both the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. You can say that perpendicular bisector of each other. Now name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal. Third part is you need to name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal. So students, in the rectangle and square both the diagonals will be equal. Rectangle and square is the quadrilateral where both the diagonals will be equal. Now question number 5. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So students, I had given the definition of the convex and concave quadrilateral in the previous video. So a convex quadrilateral is a quadrilateral in which each interior angle is less than 180 degree and whose diagonals are wholly, you can say that if you are going to draw the diagonals of the convex quadrilateral, that will be interior. So here a rectangle, in the rectangle all the angles are 90 degree, it means all the angles are less than 180 degree. So first condition is that in the rectangle all the angles measure less than 180 degree. That is, according to the convex quadrilateral, each and every angle should be less than 180 degree. So rectangle is also a quadrilateral in which each and every angle is less than 180 degree. If you are going to draw both the diagonals, then both the diagonals lie wholly in the interior of the rectangle. If you are going to draw the diagonals, both the diagonals will be interior. So it means it is going to follow the condition of the convex quadrilateral. That's why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Now question number 6. It is a diagram is given. ABC is a right triangle and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. So here one diagram is given there. It is given that ABC is a right triangle in which angle B is 90 degrees. Here you can find angle B is 90 degree. It is given that O, here it is O. O is the midpoint of AC. O is the midpoint of AC. Then you need to prove that O is equidistant from A, B and C. What is the means of equidistant? Equidistant means you need to prove that OA equal to OB equal to OC. It means all the three OA, OB and OC are equal, that you need to prove. So students, here I am going to give the solution. It is given that it is given a right triangle ABC, that is given in the question. ABC is a right triangle in which angle B is 90 degree and O is the midpoint of AC, that is given in the question. And what you need to prove? You need to prove that O is equidistant from A, B and C. It means you need to prove that, you need to show that OA equal to OB equal to OC. Now I am going to do a construction. What the construction I am going to do? Here I am going to draw AD. I am going to draw this AD, that is parallel to BC. I am going to draw AD parallel to BC and I am going to draw DC parallel to AB. That DC I am going to draw parallel to BC. So that construction I am going to do in the diagram. Only you are given a triangle ABC. So there I am going to draw AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. And also I am going to join OD. Now students, that I have written the construction also. Here you can find construction. Draw AD parallel to BC and DC parallel to AB. Now in quadrilateral ABCD, you can find that ABCD is a quadrilateral. So in quadrilateral ABCD, AD parallel to BC, that I have drawn AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. It means in the quadrilateral ABCD both pair of opposite sides are parallel. So if in a quadrilateral both pair of opposite sides are parallel, that is a parallelogram. So it means ABCD is a parallelogram. So here I have written in quadrilateral ABCD, AD parallel to BC and DC parallel to AB. Here both pair of opposite sides are parallel to each other. So ABCD is a parallelogram. So that's why ABCD is a parallelogram. Now students, in the parallelogram ABCD, now I had proved that ABCD is a parallelogram. Here you can find that in the parallelogram ABCD angle B is 90 degree. That is also given in the question, angle B is 90 degree. So if in a parallelogram one angle is 90 degree, then it will be a rectangle. If one angle is 90 degree, then automatically other angles will be also 90 degree. Here you can find if it is 90 degree, so if in a parallelogram if one angle is 90 degree, then its opposite angle will be also equal. So opposite angle of angle B is angle D, so it will be also 90 degree. In a parallelogram, the sum of adjacent sides is 180 degree, so angle B plus angle A equal to 180 degree. So if angle B is 90 degree, so angle A will be also 90 degree, and again angle A equal to angle C, opposite sides of parallelogram, so it is also angle C is 90 degree. So ABCD is a quadrilateral in which all the four angles are 90 degree, so it is a rectangle. So that's why ABCD is a rectangle. So now here I have written, in parallelogram ABCD angle B equal to 90 degree, then ABCD is a rectangle. Now we know that in a rectangle both the diagonals are of equal length. You know that in the rectangle both the diagonals are of the equal length and also bisect each other. Both the diagonals are of equal length and also bisect each other. It means OA equal to OC equal to OB equal to OD. Here ABCD is a rectangle. It means both the diagonals will be equal and both will bisect each other. It means OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to OD. It means all these four will be equal. So that's why I have written OA equal to OC equal to OB equal to OD. Thus, if OA equal to OC equal to OB, it shows that OA is equidistant from A, B and C. So that's why it is proved that O is equidistant. It means OA equal to OC equal to OB. So students, it is the last question of the exercise 3.4. So this chapter is going to be completed. Again I will send you the PDF of this file so that you can write it in your fair copy. So thank you students.